Welcome to the deep dive. And you guys have outdone yourselves this time. Articles, forum chats. It's like you rated the digital workshops of every tech guru out there, and I am here for it. We're diving into the world of AI tools today, and let me tell you, this stuff is more exciting than a room full of puppies.
It really is amazing to see how quickly things are evolving. One of the things that fascinates me the most is how people are creating their own custom AI tool stacks.
It's like building your own custom toolbox.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use a screwdriver to hammer in a nail. Except with the AI, it's even cooler because we're talking about things like natural language processing and content creation.
And we're seeing it all in the sources you've provided. Developers, software engineers, even some pretty heated debates on Reddit. Everyone seems to be buzzing about this, it seems.
Speaking of buzzing, we have to talk about ChatGPT. I mean, it's everywhere in these sources. It's like the rock star of the AI world.
And for good reason. One of ChatGPT's biggest strengths is its memory retention. It can actually remember past interactions and tailor its responses accordingly.
Okay, now that is both impressive and a little creepy. So it's like having a conversation with someone who actually remembers everything you've ever said to them. No pressure. But seriously, is ChatGPT the only game in town?
It's definitely a major player, no doubt, but it's not the only tool out there. We're seeing more and more people exploring alternatives, like Claude, for example. There's a lot of buzz about how well it stacks up against Google's Gemini. And then there's Perplexity, which is getting a lot of attention for its web search capabilities.
So it's like everyone's on a quest to find their perfect AI sidekick.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is, there's no right or wrong answer. It really depends on your individual needs and preferences.
It's like finding the right tool for the job. You wouldn't use a chainsaw to cut a piece of paper, would you? Well, maybe some people would.
Well, there's always that one person, but you get the idea.
Exactly. And speaking of tools, it's easy to get caught up in the text-based AI world. But there's a whole universe of AI beyond just words.
Oh, absolutely. We're seeing AI popping up in music, design, even podcasting. There's a tool called NotebookLM that people are using to help them create podcasts. And then there's Adobe, which has been incorporating AI into its design software. And get this, there's even an AI tool called Suno that can create original music.
Wait, hold on. AI that can write music, that's both incredible and slightly terrifying. What's next? AI Mozart.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Where is all of this going? It's a really exciting time to be involved in the world of AI, that's for sure.
It's mind-blowing. It really feels like we're on the edge of this whole new era. AI composing symphonies. But hey, let's be real for a sec. Some of us are still trying to figure out how to use ChatGPT without, accidentally unleashing a digital apocalypse. But seriously, with so many tools out there, it's got to be tough to know where to even start.
Well, this is where it gets really interesting, because what we're seeing is people aren't just looking for a single magic tool anymore. They're curating their own personalized workflows. Think of it like building a custom music studio.
I like the way you think. So it's less about following a recipe and more about creating your own AI masterpiece.
Exactly. Some folks, they're all about that minimalist approach. Just ChatGPT and Perplexity, a true power couple, right?
Like a dynamic duo. ChatGPT with its Swiss Army knife versatility and Perplexity slicing and dicing through the web. It's like the bread and butter of the AI world.
And for good reason. It's a great way to test the waters. But we are seeing some folks really diving deep. There are these glowing reviews of Perplexity's web search, some even claiming it outperforms Google in certain areas.
Hold up. Did you just say outperforming Google? No, those are fighting words. What's the secret sauce?
Laser focus, really. Think about it. Google's this giant net, catching everything. Perplexity's like that expert researcher, zeroing in on exactly what you need, like a guided missile of information.
Now that's a search engine I can get behind. No more endless scrolling through pages of useless results.
And what's really cool is that people are discovering hidden gems along the way. Like one user found out Perplexity has these built-in writing capabilities, a total bonus.
Like opening a tech present every day. But speaking of presents, we've got to talk about the price tag on some of these tools, right? There's a lot of chat in the forums about affordability.
It's a valid concern. As much as we love seeing AI becoming more accessible, the reality is some of these advanced tools, well, they come with a price tag, and those subscriptions can add up quickly.
Building your dream tech setup only to get hit with digital sticker shock.
Ouch.
So how are our savvy tech friends navigating this financial side of AI?
Strategic investment is key. Think of it like building a stock portfolio. Diversify your assets, make sure your money's working for you.
Quality over quantity.
Bingo. One user even admitted to cutting back on some subscriptions when they realized they weren't using them to their full potential. Sometimes you got to scale back before you can scale up.
Makes sense. Like, try before you buy.
Exactly. Free trials, limited versions, it's a great way to get a feel for a tool before you commit. Plus, some folks get access to paid plans through work or school. Lucky them.
The perks. But for those of us on our own, it's good to know there are still awesome free options out there.
Absolutely. We even saw a user singing the praises of Claude's free version, saying it rivals ChatGPT in some areas.
Okay.
The beauty of competition, right?
Keep things interesting. But even with free trials and budgeting, juggling all this can feel like a job in itself.
Right. Well, some brilliant minds are on it. One user suggested it's basically, get this, Netflix for AI models.
Yeah.
One fee, access to a whole library of tools.
Wait, did you just say a Netflix for AI? Sign me up. I need that in my life.
Game changer, right. Especially if you're just starting out in the AI world or just want to experiment without breaking the bank.
Talk about options. But we've been chatting about these ready-made AI tools, but there are some serious tech wizards out there pushing the boundaries, building their own stuff. One user, they were raving about GitHub Copilot, calling it a game changer for coders. But get this, they actually went a step further.
It's incredible, right? They set up their own OpenAI model in Azure.
Okay, hold on. Setting up their own AI model. I'm officially impressed. But also, what even is Azure?
Think of it like a giant digital playground for AI enthusiasts. That's Azure in a nutshell. It's a cloud computing platform by Microsoft, and it's become super popular with developers who want to build and deploy custom AI models, basically creating their own AI tools.
Wow. So from playing with AI toys to building their own. That's next level. And this isn't just a one-off, right? We're seeing more and more people becoming like AI architects, customizing their tools.
Absolutely. It's becoming more accessible, AI technology. It's pretty exciting to see where this is all going.
It's like the Wild West out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of exciting, another tool that caught my eye, NotebookLM. It seems to be popping up everywhere. Studying, content creation.
It's like that multi-talented friend, NotebookLM, always up for anything, research, brainstorming, even drafting content. It really shows just how versatile these tools can be.
It's amazing, but almost overwhelming. How do you even choose with so many options?
Honestly, it's a lot of trial and error. One user had some good advice test and compare. They specifically mentioned comparing Codeium to GitHub Copilot for coding, highlighting those little but important differences.
So finding what works for you.
Exactly. Each tool has its own quirks, strengths, like finding the right workflow groove.
Like dating apps, but for AI, swipe right on the best fit.
Yeah.
But let's talk about coding with AI. One user brought up a really good point, unit testing. They were saying how important it is to incorporate those when you're using AI-generated code.
Oh, they're 100% right. AI can write some pretty impressive code, but it's not perfect. Think of unit tests like a safety net, catching any errors.
Right. Got to make sure things work as they should.
Bro.
Now, for those ready to really dive into the deep end of AI coding, there are tools like LangChain and Crew AI, building and managing your own AI agents.
Now that is taking customization to a whole new level. It's like giving developers superpowers. They can create these AI-powered systems tailored to their exact needs.
We're talking AI superheroes now. But speaking of superpowered AI, one user shared this fascinating thing they're doing, personal quantitative analysis, combining models like ChatGPT and Mistral with their own AI toolkit to make decisions based on their own data.
It's like having a personal data scientist on call 24/7, helping you make smarter decisions about your life.
That's both amazing and a tiny bit scary, but hey, that's the future for you. This whole AI thing has been a wild ride, but let's be real, it can get pricey. All these amazing tools, subscriptions add up.
It's true. It came up a lot in the discussions. Building a top-notch AI toolkit doesn't come cheap.
One user even said, "How much money are you spending on all this?" And I felt that.
Right. But the good news is you don't have to empty your wallet to explore AI. There are amazing free tools out there, lots of the paid options. They've got those free trials or limited versions.
So it's finding that balance, free and paid, right?
Exactly. And remember, this AI world, it's constantly changing. What's expensive today might be more affordable tomorrow.
Always good advice.
Hmm.
Well, there you have it, a peek behind the curtain of the world of AI tools. Whether you're a tech pro or just starting out, there's an AI solution out there for you.
The important thing is to stay curious. Experiment, try new things. You never know what you'll discover.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into the world of AI tools. We'll catch you in the next episode where we'll be exploring. Topic of next episode. Until then, happy AIing.